5 masculine habits that solve most of your problems. Do you have problems? Of course you do. Every man does. But here is the difference. Some men face problems and deal with them immediately, while others complain, whine, and collapse under pressure. Most men today are overwhelmed by even the smallest obstacles. They talk about their problems constantly. They complain about them. They blame others for them. Pathetic. There is an old saying that reveals a lot about a man. You can measure the size of a man by the size of the problem that brings him down. If small problems are enough to break you, then you are a very small man. Because life is problems. Living is solving problems. And the stronger you become, the bigger the problems you can handle. The good news is that most problems can be drastically reduced by developing a few powerful habits. But before we go over them, you must understand something important. Even if you solve all the problems you have today, new ones will appear tomorrow. That is simply the nature of life. Problems never disappear. But strong men become better at solving them. And in this video we will go over 5 masculine habits that will solve most of the problems in your life. Habit 1. Control your mind. You have 2 choices in life. Either you control your mind, or your mind controls you. Most men today are slaves to their own thoughts. They create problems where none exist. They make terrible decisions. They fall into destructive habits. And then they blame the world for their situation. But the truth is simple. Most of their problems are self-inflicted. They lack discipline over their thoughts. If you cannot control your mind, you cannot control your life. Your mind will constantly drag you toward comfort, laziness, and distraction. It will tell you to avoid difficult tasks. It will tell you to delay responsibility. And if you listen to it long enough, your life slowly falls apart. The worst part is that people rarely take responsibility for this. A broke man will blame the economy. An unhealthy man will blame genetics. A lazy man will blame his circumstances. But rarely will someone admit the truth. That their own thoughts and habits created their situation. A strong man understands something important. Your thoughts shape your reality. Which means learning to control your mind must come before everything else. One of the most effective ways to develop this control is through mindfulness. Mindfulness simply means becoming aware of your thoughts without being controlled by them. Instead of reacting automatically, you observe what your mind is doing. This can be practiced in simple ways. Taking a walk without distractions, writing your thoughts in a journal, or simply sitting quietly and focusing on your breathing. These practices strengthen your awareness. And awareness gives you control. Rule your mind, or it will rule you. Habit 2. Build your ability to make money. Money may not solve every problem, but it solves every financial problem. And financial problems are responsible for enormous stress in people's lives. Many people try to pretend money does not matter. They repeat phrases like, money is not important, or money cannot buy happiness. But most of the people who say these things are simply coping with their situation. Because the truth is simple. A man without resources has very little power in the modern world. Money provides freedom. Freedom to make choices. Freedom to support yourself and others. Freedom to build the life you want. Learning how to earn money is not something you should avoid. It is a skill that every man should develop. Unfortunately, many people never try. They settle for mediocrity and convince themselves it is acceptable. But strong men understand that becoming financially capable is part of responsibility. The more value you create in the world, the more opportunities you gain. And the more opportunities you have, the fewer problems you face. Habit 3. Move your body every day. One of the simplest solutions to many problems is movement. Yet modern people spend most of their time sitting. Sitting at desks. Sitting in cars. Sitting in front of screens. And this inactivity affects both the body and the mind. The human brain works best when the body is active. Exercise improves blood flow. It releases chemicals that improve mood and focus. And it clears mental fog. Have you ever noticed that problems often feel smaller after physical activity? Something that seemed overwhelming suddenly feels manageable. This happens because exercise resets your mental state. It gives you clarity. And clarity makes problem solving easier. Movement does not have to be complicated. You do not need a perfect gym routine. Running, push-ups, sprinting, walking in nature. Any form of physical activity can create this effect. What matters is consistency. Your body and mind are connected. When one improves, the other follows. Habit 4. Eat with discipline. The food you eat directly affects how you think and perform. Yet many people treat food carelessly. They eat whatever is convenient. Highly processed foods. Constant snacking. Large meals filled with low-quality ingredients. And then they wonder why they feel tired and unfocused. Your body must process everything you consume. Poor nutrition forces your body to waste energy dealing with junk. Energy that could otherwise be used for focus, productivity, and strength. Natural foods fuel the body properly. They provide the nutrients required for mental clarity and physical performance. Another powerful habit is learning to tolerate hunger. Many people eat constantly throughout the day. But controlled fasting can actually improve focus and discipline. When you work before eating, your mind often becomes sharper. You become more focused on completing tasks. This does not mean you must eat perfectly all the time. Balance is important. A good rule is the 80-20 approach. 80% of your diet should consist of natural, nutrient-rich foods. The remaining 20% can be more flexible. The key difference is intention. You choose what you eat instead of letting cravings control you. Habit 5. Focus on one problem at a time. Many people fail because they try to solve everything at once. They look at all the problems in their life simultaneously. Finances, health, relationships, career. And the result is overwhelm. Instead of solving anything, they freeze. They procrastinate. They do nothing. A best strategy is simple. Focus on one problem at a time. Choose one task for the day. Write it down the night before. Break it into smaller steps if necessary. Then focus all your attention on completing it. Progress happens through consistent action, not through giant bursts of effort followed by burnout. Small steps taken consistently create powerful results over time. The man who improves every day eventually becomes unstoppable. Final thoughts. Life will always contain problems. There's no escaping that reality. But problems are not the enemy. Weakness is. If you control your mind, develop your ability to make money, move your body daily, eat with discipline, and focus on solving one problem at a time, you will notice something interesting. Most of the problems that once overwhelmed you will begin to disappear. Not because life became easier, but because you became stronger. And if you want to keep improving your life, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Until next time.